coming to you live from SPF 301 here in Mesa, Arizona this evening. Our public service announcement is brought to you by the ASU's Culture and Schooling class. It has come to our attention that the achievement gap is widening. What does this mean? Well, students in high poverty schools are behind, while students at low poverty schools are excelling at a much faster rate. Calling all future educators, parents, and students alike, now is the time to close the gap. As a future educator myself, my plan is to first make sure I am challenging my students each day. What this means is providing enriched learning opportunities that will require my students to inquire, self-reflect, and predict. These higher levels of thinking will increase their academic growth. There will be a poster on my wall that will say, "If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you." This is to remind the students and myself that if we are not challenged, we will not grow. This will only widen the achievement gap even further. Authors Carol Corbett Burris and Kevin G. Wellner stated in the Phi Delta Kappa International Journal, higher achievement follows from a more rigorous curriculum, and that low-track classes with unchallenging curricula result in lower student achievement. Second, I will help close the achievement gap in my classroom by doing all I can to make sure the parents of my students are able to help their students at home to some degree. Author J. Rodi Borg stated in her article that in order to close the achievement gap, the first avenue is to work to alleviate the poverty and low parental education levels that plague the average student in the high poverty school. Solutions must not only be occurring in the classroom, but in the home as well. Thus, I will keep in contact with the parents of my students on a weekly and daily basis if needed to ensure my support to them as well as their students. Lastly, I will do my part to close the achievement gap by furthering my own education myself in order to become a high-quality teacher. Borg also found in one of her studies that the high-poverty schools have an average of 6% fewer teachers with advanced degrees and an average of 2.5 fewer years of teaching experience. The turnover rate is high in high-poverty schools. Rather than contribute to this growing statistic, I plan to get my master's degree while teaching. This will only add to the quality of teaching and learning my future students will receive. Now, I can't do this alone. The achievement gap is wide, and we must come together if we want to fix it. Just like there ain't no mountain high enough to keep two people apart, there is no achievement gap wide enough to keep our students from succeeding. Thank you, and have a great night.